Okay, today we are going to discuss that is shapes of orbitals. In the last class we have seen that quantum numbers, principal, azimuthal, magnetic and spin quantum number. In that azimuthal quantum number explains the shapes of the orbital. So how can we write the shapes of the orbital? So what is an orbital? Actually the probability of finding an electron around the nucleus. That is actually shape. Suppose how can we predict the shape? Suppose if you observe the one electron around the nucleus, so sometimes here the probability you are speaking not exactly, so probably sometimes here, one more here, so electron is revolving like this around the nucleus. So if you observe the boundary lines, if you are drawing the boundary lines, if you get that shape gives us orbital shape. That is actually orbital shape. So when the electron moving around the nucleus in a three-dimensional way, where the probability of the electron may observe, if you take the density where is more, if you observe the boundary, how it is looks like, that is a shape of orbital. So here orbital is where the probability of electron or density is more. So sometimes you can see that nodes is very important. What is a node? So what is a node? Where the probability of an electron is 0. Where the probability of an electron is 0, that we call nodes. Where psi square probability function is equal to 0. There are two types of nodes. One is radial node or spherical node. Radial node or spherical node. So the formula to calculate the radial nodes or spherical nodes, that is n minus l minus 1. Radial nodes or spherical nodes, that is n minus l minus 1. Another one, nodal planes are angular node. Nodal plane or angular node, that is equal to L, azimuthal quantum number. So what is the node actually? The probability of finding an electron where is 0. So there you may not expect any electron movement. That is called node. There are two types of nodes. One is radial node or spherical node. You can calculate it by using the formula n minus l minus 1. Another one is nodal plane or angular node, that is equal to L. Then next, total number of nodes. Total number of nodes, that is equal to n minus 1. If you add that n minus l minus 1 plus l, that is equal to n minus 1. This is the total number of nodes. So we can obtain the nodes by drawing the graphs in between the radial probability, that is a d. What is that? Radial probability, that is d. D is equal to, here d is equal to 4 pi r square dr. What is that? D is equal to 4 pi r square dr psi square. What is that? 4 pi r square dr psi square. This is our radial probability. So first we will see that 1s. So 1s, if you see that total number of radial nodes n minus l minus 1, that is equal to 1 minus 0 minus 1, that is equal to 0. So if you can observe that graph like this, is it clear? For example, if you take 2s for example, so 2s we are having that 2 minus 0 minus 1, so their node is 1. Is it clear? So node means the minima which touches at the x-axis. Is it clear? This is the 2s. So there we are having the node 1. Like this you can calculate the nodes. So node is a where the probability of finding an electron is 0. Suppose there are two types. One is radial node, another one is a angular node. Radial node, another one is a angular node. Radial node or spherical node, that is n minus l minus 1. Nodal plane or angular node, that is a equal to L. So total number of nodes, that is equal to n minus l minus 1. This is about the nodes. Now we'll see the shape. First, s orbital. S orbital is spherical in shape. S orbital is spherical in shape. So one sphere we can write. This is a one x-axis, another one z, another one y. We can see. Suppose you take one round ball. Is it clear? If you take the round ball, how it is like? That is the shape of s orbital. So in that one is x, one is y, another one is the z axis. So the probability we will find here in this sphere. Is it clear? Actually, s orbital is non-directional one. Next, come to the p. So p value, what is it? L is equal to 1. Yes or no? P is equal to, that is actually -1, 0, +1. So 3 orbitals on the right. So one is 3 orbitals on the right. What are those? Px, Py, Pz. How many orbitals on the right? 3 orbitals. Px, Py, Pz. So Px. So if you take this as x-axis, this is the y-axis. So there are 2 lobes along the x-axis. So shape of the p orbital is actually dumbbell shape. 2 lobes, they are present along the x-axis. That is the px. So nodal planes, how many for this? 1. What is the nodal plane? xy. What are the nodal planes for px orbital? That is xy. So not xy, this is the yz. The nodal plane for the x orbital, that is a yz. Nodal plane y and z. Is it clear? So this is a plus, this is a minus. We will explain this later. Next, py. The 2 lobes are present along the y-axis. Suppose I am taking this is the y, this is the x. So the 2 lobes present along the y-axis. So this is the minus. Is it clear? Next, another one. So what is that nodal plane here? Along the y. So xz is the nodal plane. So there is a probability of electron is 0. xz nodal plane. This is one nodal plane. Here also one nodal plane. Next, another one. Pz. So if you take this is a z, this is our x, another one is a, we can take as well. For our understanding purpose, I am taking only 2. So the 2 lobes are present along the z axis. The nodal plane is x, y. One nodal plane. So this is about the p orbital. Is it clear? This is the p, x, p, y, p, z. So next, another one, d orbital. So d orbital is actually shaped as a double dumbbell. This is a double dumbbell. The L value is actually 2. So -2, -1, 0, +1, +2. So total 5 orbitals. What are those? dxy, dyz, dzx, dx square minus y square. Next, dz square. So we will see that. First, dxy. So there are 4 lobes present in between the x and y axis. Is it clear? How many nodal planes you may expect? N minus L minus 1. Is it clear? N minus L minus 1. For example, if you take 3D, how many nodal planes you may expect generally? N, 3 minus 2 minus 1. That is 0 is coming, not this one, nodal planes. You can see actually L is equal to 2. Yes, nodal planes L is equal to 2. So how many nodal planes? Two nodal planes. Is it clear? So what are those two nodal planes? In between the x and y we are having the four lobes. Yes or no? X and y. So the nodal planes are x, z, y, z. These are the two nodal planes. Next, d, y, z. So the lobes are present in between the two axes. Is it clear? So the four lobes are present in between the y and z. The next, what are the nodal planes? One is zx, another one is the x, y. Next, another one, dzx. The dzx, the four lobes are present in between the two axes. Is it clear? So this is a dzx orbital. The nodal planes are xy, yz. Next, another one, dx square minus y square. Dx square minus y square. So here dx square minus y square. Here we are having that four lobes along the axis. Along the x-axis two lobes, along the y-axis two lobes. Is it clear? So the total nodal planes here also two nodal planes. Here also we may find the total two nodal planes which are perpendicular to the each other. Next, another one, dz square. So here dz square. Along the z-axis, we find the two lobes, and we may find here one column. We find here one column. So this is a dz square. It does not have any nodal planes. Zero nodal planes. Zero nodal planes. So these are the p orbital, p subshell, which contains px, py, pz, and next d orbital, dxy, dyz, dzx, dx square minus y square, and dz square. Their shapes and nodal planes.